Hello again, everyone. This is Gilmer, and like I said on my channel update, I'm going to do an official game reveal of Kingdom Come Deliverance II. This is actually from Warhorse Studios. It's not from me, but I'm showing you their official video. And Warhorse Studios are the same studios that put out Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, which is a game I completely loved. Been playing it almost continuously for 5 years, and I know I'll probably love Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 even more. So without further eloquence, we'll get right into it.
When it seems you're out of luck, there's just one man who gives a fuck.
I turned the sound down a little bit.
A friend who'll never leave you stuck. Now who can that friend be? Henry, our hero Henry.
It's been a while, but now we can finally show you Kingdom Come Deliverance II.
That gets me every time. I got chills.
I always dreamt of leaving this place. Becoming more than a peasant.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life? It can end before it gets started.
Congratulations, tonight. You finally become a man.
Wake up! Pull yourself together, Henry.
Nobody will hand anything on a platter to men like you and me.
You still have a long way to go till your work is done.
O merciful God, be kind and protect us so we don't blow our arses off. Amen.
Amen.
Hello and welcome. My name's Tom McKay, and together with Luke Dale, we're here to present the first in-depth look at Kingdom Come Deliverance II, an action RPG set in a realistic world of the late Middle Ages.
We're in Kuttenberg, a gorgeous city at the heart of Europe, but also at the heart of KCD2. So let's take you into the world of the game with the help of Warhorse, the creators of this medieval saga.
It's almost exactly 10 years since I was doing a video like this, introducing our new game. It's almost exactly 6 years since this game called Kingdome Come Deliverance was finally released. So now it's perfect opportunity to show you what we have been working on those 6 years, which is Kingdome Come Deliverance II. And where else to do it than in this magnificent cathedral in this royal city of Gutenberg, where majority of this game takes place. Back then, 10 years ago, at the beginning, it was only 11 of us in a small office. Now it's 250 people working very hard for years to bring you the ultimate medieval RPG adventure.
Kingdome Come Deliverance II follows the adventures of Henry, a young lad who barely survives the invasion of a raiding force on his village. Henry embarks on a quest of revenge against those who butchered his family and burned his home to the ground.
As a trusted squire and friend to young Sir Hans, our hero Henry is sent on a simple mission, but things turn ugly very soon.
Kingdome Come Deliverance II is a continuation of Henry's previous adventures, but the story's written in such a way that it's perfect for newcomers to Henry's journey.
Henry is a character that I think everybody can identify with because he starts off as a kind of nobody and goes through life with all these immense challenges. And I feel like everybody can relate to that.
Hans is all the kind of fun times and all the kind of ebullience and joy that Henry has in himself, but it takes a bit of accessing, and I think Hans really helps him to do that.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on.
What we are making now is what it was supposed to be in the beginning, but we were not able to do it because we didn't have enough resources and experience and all that stuff. We've proven that the concept works, and now we can take it to another level, which we always wanted. The game is much bigger in scope. Original game we had, I don't know, 3 hours of cutscenes. Now we have more than 5. Regarding the size of the world, it's 2 times bigger than it was. The story is longer and much more epic. So previously it was about an issues of small nobility with bandits in their villages. Now it's about problems of kings.
This is a behemoth of a game in comparison to the first, in my opinion. I think it's got so much more energy and pace and adventure and action and fun and trial and tribulation and just everything that you could want from setting up the characters so beautifully in the first game and then throwing them out there and going, right, let's see what you're made of. This is going to be so much fun.
Henry is a young guy, so he's not really like so deeply entrenched in his already, set character traits. So you can build your Henry in a different ways.
And that all means that it's actually on you who you want to be. You can save the world, or you can help to punish it for its sins. The combat is also historically accurate, but we don't want to do that for the historical reasons of something. We want to do that for the immersion, and we want you to feel the sword in your hand. We want you to feel threatened by the enemies on the battlefield. We want you to fight for your life.
As far as missile weapons go, we added new type of weapon. We added crossbows. Also some early firearms.
Kingdome Come feels like the good old school RPGs. It will always surprise you what you can and cannot do.
You can be better in combat. You can be a sweet talking guy who talks his way out of problems. You can be a charming knight. You can be a thief, a scoundrel. Anything you do will be recorded. People will remember it. If they saw you do that, our crime system will react to that.
For example, when you are, drunk and naked, people comment on that on the street. And now you can also reply. You can tell them, oh, I'm sorry. Or you can tell them, piss off, man.
If you do a lot of criminal stuff around the village, people will start to be suspicious. They will greet you differently. So try to make these little things collapse into a greater mosaic where your actions are really reflected.
It will always surprise you what can be done in Kingdom Come.
We are moving to different places, so one map is taking place on the actual place that's called Bohemian Paradise. And it's really beautiful nature with quite unusual rocky formations all around. And then we are moving to totally different, rather urban countryside surrounding huge silver mining, very rich city. So there's this big city.
The Gutenberg is a huge step forward for us, and it was, I would say, biggest challenge in the game. Because from those small outskirts and small cities, you are really getting in one of the richest cities in the medieval Europe.
And it's really big. It's even too big, in my opinion.
We are trying to go beyond that usual muddy, dirty, medieval world, dark ages where everyone is dying from famine and war.
It was really like colorful, like it wasn't dark at all. We have really beautiful environments, like players should go and explore all those like little woods and beautiful rocks and castles.
The thing that I love about the game most is just wandering around, because the nature is really beautiful, it's really serene, peaceful, and it's full of secrets.
Music is a big part of the game. Jan Walta is the composer as with the first game because I think he's awesome, he's genius.
This game, you can experience something you cannot experience anywhere else.
I think players will be really impressed by that.
My message to the fans would be you are in for a ride.
Thank you for all your support. Please follow us on our journey to create something unique. Kingdom Come Deliverance II will be released by the end of this year.
See you in KCD2.
Okay, so just awesome. Awesome. The reveal video was just so great. I've seen some pictures of behind the scenes of just this 13-minute and 48-second production. The camera work, and they use camera trolleys and all different sorts of lighting. I think they filmed this at 3 a.m. so that there wouldn't be a lot of people walking around actually noticing them and getting some kind of insight before it actually happened. So they, went at 3 a.m. I think, and it was very cold, But one of the things that I, want to mention about this picture in particular is everybody who saw this picture from the beginning, because it was kind of the thumbnail for the the preview of this is what's coming up, and everybody saw this picture and said, well, that clothing, that's not medieval clothing, so what is this game going to be? And of course, as you can see, that video was actually real life Tom McKay riding an actual horse to the cathedral to meet Luke Dale. And so some of the things that I noticed about this video, this game reveal, some of the things that I remarked upon are the bromance between Hans and Henry is going to continue. Hans is going to be in the game a lot more this time. The friendship of real life people, Tom McKay and Luke Dale, apparently they're pretty good friends at this point. They spent a lot of time together at this point, so they become pretty good friends just by perusing their Twitter accounts. You can see that they've spent a lot of time together in the last few years. Other things that I noticed about the video was that it's at one point Hans says, "Congratulations, Sir Knight." So, and plus there's a part where it says becoming a knight. So I've got a feeling that Henry might become a knight. He might be knighted during this game. Other things that I want to just point out: Warhorse Studios, unbelievable. They I don't think they can miss with this game because they attend to such small details. They get so many things right, and a lot of people, some people criticize Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 because of bugs or things like that. I thought it was a masterpiece. The bugs weren't game breaking in any way, shape, or form. There were very few of them. There were a couple little issues with some of the voice selections and things like that, but so very small that it did not take away from the game at all for me. And then everybody talks about the combat. I love the combat. I think the combat is excellent. I don't think the combat is janky at all. I never thought that. I think it is very, very good. To me, it's much better than the combat in Skyrim. But anyway, some of the other things I noticed, you saw some footage of whoever you're controlling, which I'm assuming you're going to be controlling Henry pretty much the whole game. He's fighting Cumans again. There's some Cumans in there. Also, some of the other things I noticed was it doesn't look like Teresa is going to be in this game. He was kind of the love interest of Henry in the first game, and I don't think, her being a Miller girl or whatever she is at this point, I don't think she traveled at all. So I think his love interest is going to be somebody else. It looks more like a noblewoman. Also, they showed him getting branded, I guess because they caught him stealing or something like that, which I don't want to go through that. I don't want to be branded. I don't want people in, obviously in game thinking I'm a thief or somebody bad like that. Some of the other things I noticed was, some of the people left over from the original game that are coming back. Mark von Olitz, who was kind of like King Sigismund's captain or something. He's the one that came to Talmberg and spoke to Lord Divish and asked him if Sir Radzig was in the castle. He'll be back, and he's like the main bad guy because he's the guy that killed Henry's parents. And if that's a spoiler to you at this point, I apologize, but the game's been out 6 years. Anyway, Sir Mark von Olitz is in the game. Istvan Toth is in the game. They show film of him, but people I don't know are going to be in the game or not, unless, well, I'll get to that. People I don't know that are going to be in the game are Hanush. I don't know if he's going to be in the game, and I really liked Hanush. Radzig, I really like Radzig as well. I don't know if he's going to be in the game, and some of the others, Divish, I don't know if he is, or Robard or Bernard. I don't know if any of those guys are going to be in the game. Now, one thing I want to say is Dan Vavra has said that the motion capture of the facial expressions is so much better now that in the they might have different like characters or different artwork for the player to the characters that I'm talking about, so they might be in the game. Who knows? They keep showing a guy with a big mustache, and I'm not sure who that is, but that could be Radzik. It could be a new take on what Radzik looks like. Another thing I noticed about this is that at one point there are two places you hear Henry's father speaking. One of them is something he said in the early of the first game. He said, the thing about being an adventurer, son, is sometimes you get killed before you even can have an adventure. You walk out your door and you get shot by a crossbow is basically what he said at that point. But he also said, your work's not. I heard that the actor's voice saying, "Get up, son. Your work's not done," or something along those lines. So I don't know if there's going to be some kind of dream sequence like at the like they had in the first game where he sees his dad who has tragically passed away. I don't know if he'll see his dad in some kind of dream sequence and talks to him, or it's just a voice that he might hear in his head while he's doing some kind of fighting. Another thing that I noticed also was that the graphics seemed to be a whole lot better when the head designer or whatever his name, I can't remember his title, but he was talking about famine and people dying and in the medieval times being muddy and ugly, and he wanted to make it a little bit better. And they showed shots of the city, and those shots of those city look excellent. They look very nice. So, yes, I'm trying to think of anything else that I noticed about the game. One thing that I have seen on another video is the clap visor. Before when you went into combat, when you unsheathed your weapon, your clap visor would automatically come down and your visor would be closed. But in this next Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, there's going to be a button that you can press to raise or lower your visor. So you can fight with your visor open now. Of course, that leaves your face open to being injured a lot more than if it was closed. So, I'll always close it, but something to think about. Also, I heard cats are going to be in the game, which I don't know if that's going to be anything big or anything like that, but cats as pets are going to be in the game as well. So yeah, I am looking forward to this. And when I was watching this video, because I watched it on the day it actually premiered, and it was, I think, 1 o'clock my time, and there were over 23,000 people watching when I had to stop watching at about 12 minutes because I was working. But there were over 23,000 people watching that reveal at the time I stopped watching. And Warhorse Studios on YouTube, they went from, I think, 145,000 people subscribed to them to over 176,000. So about 30,000 people have subscribed to them, maybe even more at this point, in less than 2 weeks ago. So this is going to be a big thing. I think it might be the big game. I know Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out this year, so that's probably going to be the game that everybody loves and more people, I think, played it. But this is going to be up there. This is going to be one of the big games of 2024. So I'm hoping you'll come along with me for the ride, because I am going to play this. I'm going to play it on my channel. I'm going to do all the deep dives. I'm going to do all the side quests. I'm going to do everything because I am going to just enjoy the heck out of this game. And like I said, I hope you'll come along for the ride. Until then, I will see you.